Alright, here we go. The first ever cooking with red. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to try and show you is venison burrito bowl. A venison burrito bowl is extremely easy to do. You get your favorite Tex-Mex seasoning or any Mexican seasoning, onions, capsicums, your beans, venison, obviously the key part of this dish, and jalapeños. Now this can work for any sort of, like you can use beef, chicken, whatever you want to do, but obviously this is a venison dish trying to show what you can do with game meat, so venison it is. Alright, now you just want to get a pan hot. That's not that hot actually. Medium, probably hot medium, that's high medium. High medium's probably the correct term, isn't it? Hot medium, high medium. I want to get some olive oil going. Now you got to remember, venison, there's no fat. Well, next to no fat. All right, at least the way I do it. I don't add any fat into my my mince. There we go, baby. Bit of sizzle. Bit of sizzle. So I'm pretty carefree with the old olive oil. I don't really mess around. I like to chuck a bit in. Sweating a little bit. I'll then chuck in my capsicum and jalapeno. Like so. So I'm pretty well just trying to get a bit of colour for them. Nothing too fancy. Sweating down. Bit of colour. Jeez, it smells good. Now, most people would add salt and pepper about this stage here, but I really find the venison takes on the salt flavour quite aggressively. I think it takes on any flavour. So like my seasoning that I use, Tex-Mex, that's only about 10 grams. It's not much. 10 grams per 200 grams of meat is usually how I do my seasoning for my game meat. Alrighty, starting to look good. Woo, lost a piece of capsicum. Keep going. Now you can sort of see in the pan that a lot of the oil has sort of been soaked up by the veggies. So when we add the venison, which we're going to do now, I will generally put a bit more. I'll put a bit more olive oil in it because it just dries it out. There's no fat. There's nothing. There we go. Then a little bit of butter, boom. There we go. Break it down. Almost forgot. Seasoning. Look at that, all coming together nicely. Look at that colour. Oh yeah, baby. So there's not a great deal of oil or juice in the pan. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it does dry out pretty quick if you're not. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. No, it doesn't dry out quick. It just doesn't have fat. So if you're used to cooking like pork mince or something like that, yeah, you'll dry it out. But if you know what you're doing, boom. Now this can be served with anything. Rice is usually what I serve it with. Rice in a wrap, whatever, corn chips, salsa, sour cream, boom. You know, you can do it with anything. But yeah. Alrighty, that's looking pretty good, man. See, if you have a closer look, that ain't dry at all. People tell you that game meat's dry. No, man. You just got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to cook it. It's a little bit different. Doesn't have fat in it, or at least this red deer had no fat on him. It's shot just at the start of winter. Alright. That's all cooked up. Beautiful bed of rice. Beautiful bed of rice. Big bowl. Oh my God! Yeah, look at that. That's the money shot there. Big old bowl of venison. That took about, shit, man, 10 minutes. Boom, and there she is. Now this is just an avocado sauce. I always put on a bit of sour cream. Fucking oath. First cooking with Red. Burrito bowl. Absolutely, it's such a fantastic dish. Super easy to cook. I would cook this up in big batches where I'll get like 5 meals out of it or 6 meals out of it. And then from there, just do meal prep. I think this sort of serving, so you're probably looking at about 75 grams of caps. Then same onion, I guess, beans, 200 grams of meat, and probably, I don't know, probably 80 grams of rice. And it sits around that 500 to 600 calorie mark. So pretty good dish, pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching.